Aloha everyone, and welcome back to Aloha Jen's Beauty Blog. For those of you that are new here, hi, my name is Jen and I am a licensed esthetician in the state of California. And I'm also 48 years old and I'm currently going through perimenopause. I'm right in the middle of it. And right now I am currently having a hot flash and it is so hot in here. So excuse me if I look a little red or if I seem a little bit glowy because I am definitely going through a hot flash right now. So tonight we're gonna go through some of my favorites of what I'm loving right now. I'm gonna give you updates on some products that I've shared with you recently and share with you some fails. The fails, we don't have much. But the first update I wanna give you is on the Dermrays Skin Revive Laser. So I've been using this for 2 months now. So after I completed my initial treatments with this, my treatment cycle, I have been using it once a week and I use it on Sundays. And I still see great results in my skin. However, I just want you to know that this doesn't actually tighten the skin, and we look for these devices to tighten our skin. But lasers aren't meant to tighten the skin. They're meant to resurface the skin, smooth out that texture, help with the fine lines and wrinkles, your pores, the overall tone and brightness of the skin. And you may see a little bit of firmness with these lasers. Now, what I notice with my skin is that my fine lines and wrinkles look less apparent. The overall tone and brightness of my skin looks so much better than what it did before. I have less redness in my skin and my broken capillaries look less apparent and my pores look less apparent as well. Now with this laser, I know that says that it tightens the skin, but I haven't seen that. But what I have seen is that when I look at my skin up close, it does look more toned. Whoops, someone's at my door. So I will be right back. Sorry about that, guys. I got a delivery. I drink this sparkling water. It's called hop water. It has nootropics in it. And I love it so much. And they had a 40% off sale. So I ordered some and FedEx just delivered it at 8:07 at night. Yes, I'm filming this video late at night. So what I've noticed with the Dermrays laser is that when I look at my skin up close in the mirror, that it looks younger in the sense that everything is closer together and I'm not seeing those stretched pores or stretched skin as much, but the tone, the texture of my skin, it looks to me like 5 to 10 years younger than what it did before. Now, I do think that this laser is awesome and I love it and I do recommend it. And what I keep getting asked with this, and I've addressed this in other videos, is does this cause facial fat loss? Now that's going to be different on everybody because it is a powerful laser. If you have thin skin, there's a possibility. I have sort of medium skin now because I've built up the density of my skin from using my Callison products, and my skin is that medium thickness now to where before it was a lot thinner, so it looks more plumper and juicy and firmer and tighter. But the dermal fat cells, yes, you are at risk for those dermal fat cells degenerating, just like they would with any heat device or any device in general, especially microcurrent if you're using it too high of a setting. But after 2 months of using this laser, I haven't noticed anything with the fat of my skin, not my fat pads, not my subcutaneous layer. Nothing has thinned out. I still think that my dermal fat cell layer looks really, really good. Now, I am testing it here on the hoods of my lids, and I'm not really seeing anything with this. So, like I said, lasers, they're not meant for skin tightening, but they throw it in there and it is sort of a marketing thing. And there is no device on the market that is going to actually really tighten your skin like radio frequency. Like radio frequency, yes, you'll see a little bit of tightening, but then it also creates that bad type of collagen that comes back as scar tissue, which is really thick and dense and can also age you. That's why I stopped using radio frequency. But this laser, I was interested in it because it helped with redness and broken capillaries. And it doesn't say that on the direct webpage. I did get a question about that. And since that question has disappeared, so I don't know if YouTube removed it or the person deleted it. But if you read the FAQ section on this laser, it does say that it helps with spider veins and broken capillaries, making them less apparent. But it's not in the main section. What it says is it helps with redness, and a lot of redness in the skin is caused by broken capillaries, okay? So I love this, and this is gonna be on sale for the next few days. I have a discount code that will get you $130 off, but they have been working with other influencers out here where they've given them $140 off, which I personally don't like it when companies do that. I think if you're working with us, the discounts need to be even across the board. You shouldn't be giving discounts, special discounts to certain influencers. It just creates a lot of competition and jealousy and cattiness out here, although I'm not feeling that way. And I appreciate you all who have supported me and purchased this through my discount code. Thank you so much for all your love and support of my channel. I appreciate you so much. I just don't like it when companies do that. Like my Sama did that last year with a couple of the larger influencers, and that really is a turn off to me when companies do that, and it really makes me not want to talk about their products. But however, I am not going to gatekeep. I love this, and if I was you, I would get this who has the best discount. So there you go. So I love it. It gets my stamp of approval. I think it's definitely worth looking into if you're interested in laser. You want to minimize your fine lines and wrinkles, help with the overall tone and brightness of your skin, help with minimizing your pores. This is definitely a laser that I see a difference in my skin. I have not had any redness or irritation in my skin from this, no inflammation. It has been wonderful, and I use it on the setting of number 3, and I have no problems whatsoever. In the past, when I've used the Nira laser, I used the Precision. I had all kinds of issues with that laser. It was just too powerful and too much for my skin, which is funny because this is actually a more powerful device, but it feels gentle on the skin and it doesn't cause my skin to get red or feel like it's on fire, where the Nira laser, it's very hot and very painful to use in my opinion. I have not tried their Pro or their new Pro that they just released, which, that's kind of a turn off to me with the Nira 2, is that they keep releasing these different models of these lasers. It's like, it's like $5.99 here, $5.99 there, that you have to keep forking out to buy their latest and greatest. And it's just kind of very, very disappointing. Oh my gosh, my hot flash is really, really bad right now. I think I might have to put up my hair. All right, and then when I use the Derm Raise laser, my favorite treatment to use afterwards is the Calisum Professional Serum. This is a growth factor. It contains their proprietary ingredient called the PTT6 that's full of cytokines, exosomes, stem cells, peptides, glycoproteins, and this helps repair and regenerate the skin. And I put this on first, and then I go in with their Recovery Night Complex and their eye cream, and that is my treatment. However, I have tried a couple of other treatments that I really, really like too. I've done the Calisum Professional Serum, and then I've gone in with the Numbuzin NAD Bio Lifting Still Full Face Mask with after the Derma, because you want to repair and regenerate and hydrate the skin. So I'm repairing and regenerating with my growth factor from Calisum. This is amazing. This is the best growth factor I've ever used. I love their professional serum, their night recovery complex, their matte cream is my go-to, and this is a staple in my everyday skincare. along with their eye contour lifting cream. I use this every day, twice a day. Those are my staples in my skincare, and I do use this in the evening. I add 2 drops to my matte cream. Love this. These are the growth factors that I see a difference in my skin, and I continually see a difference in my skin. However, you can pair this with other treatments, so I'll put this on first after I do my Derm Race treatment, and then I'll go in with this mask. I love this mask because you have over 50 peptides in here. There's a bunch of ceramides, antioxidants, you have loads of hydration in here. And the bottom one is different than the top one. It's 2 separate pieces. So the bottom one has the PLLA threads, polyl lactic acid threads that help firm and tighten your jawline. And the mask actually comes down to here. So you're treating this part of your neck where we get the crepiness. And then the top part has like the same ingredients that are in the essence, which I will talk about. And then you have this headband that you put around the face. Mine is over here because I just did this the other night. So you take this headband and you put it under the mask like this, and you pull it up tight up on here, and it lifts and tightens and firms your jawline to make it look more snatch. Now, what's also lovely about this lower part of this mask is it has ear loops that you pull it, and so it firms and tightens the skin. And you leave this on for about 20 minutes, and after you take it off, your skin is so plump, so hydrated, so dewy, so calm, and has the most beautiful juicy glow. It's like, woo, hydration for the hills. So these are another favorite, by the way. I love these. These are worth it. I think a box of these, I think it's around $17 or $20. You get a box of 4, and then you have one headband that is reusable. And I just would say that with this, you want to make sure that you dry it after you use it, because it does get kind of wet from using it with this mask. But this is so gorgeous. Now, since we're on the Numb Buzzin' products, I'm gonna go over my other 2 products that I have from them, from the number 9. So I have their NAD PDRN Glow Boosting Toner. As you can see, it's been a well-loved product. I love this. This is my favorite toner essence because of the ingredients. You have glutathione in here, you have 50 plus peptides, you have the PDRN, you have the NAD plus, which is also in that mask as well. This is going to be a lighter version of their essence. This has slightly different ingredients. The essence is a serum, and it's it's like on the thicker side, but it's really lovely on the skin. Now today for my skincare, I just cleansed my skin. I put this on. Then I did my Wise Vitamin C. I went in with the essence and then went in with my Pre-Cool half and half. That is my skincare today. And it's been so lovely, but I will tell you that the essence is pretty hydrating. And as you can see, I have a really dewy glow right now, but it doesn't look bad. It looks actually really pretty. This is really hydrating compared to this. Now, when I use these both together with my full skincare routine, it is too much for me. So what I have been doing is I did try this, applying this first before my callus and matte cream, and I didn't like it because I didn't feel like my callus and matte cream was as effective. So I use this right after I apply my serums. I apply this, and then I go in with the Pre-Cool half and half, which is another love, by the way. And then in the evenings, I use the essence. So this is my daytime, because if I use both of these together, it's just way too much for my skin. But if you have dry skin, then you will love these together. Now, in the nighttime, I have been using this essence, and I love this. This is so beautiful. And they say, like, after using this 3 months, of course they want you to use it twice a day, but I prefer to use this at night. You know, this has vitamin C. These both have vitamin C, glutathione. The ingredient deck is so elaborate that I can't name off all the ingredients, but I can just tell you they're freaking fantastic and worth every penny. They're so cheap for all the actives that they have in here. But this is a beautiful serum, and I do notice that it is helping with firming and tightening my skin. But we will see, because it's only been like 3 weeks since I've been using this. But I love these. These are a hit, and I definitely recommend for everyone to look into them, except for if you're acne prone. I just wanted to let you know that these do contain fatty acids in them. And so if you are acne prone, I would do a test patch and see how you fare with them with your skin. But I do have followers out here who are acne prone who have been using this line, and they said that they haven't had any issues, but these are both fabulous. Now this goes out of stock all the time on Amazon, and I just checked and they have it back again, but delivery is on September 22nd, I think, for here in the US, or at least where I live. So this is very popular. I am on subscription service with this, but it is gorgeous, and I will definitely be repurchasing that. Well, I'm on subscription with that. This I'm not. With the masks I am, because you know, you save money. But I love these masks right now. These are my current favorite masks. They're beautiful, they're gorgeous. If you have mature skin, you have to try the Numbuzin #9 products. They're affordable, they're highly effective. You can just get away with using those and skip out on your other things. But if you want to, you know, add in more actives, you definitely could do that. Now, the Anua 70 Plus, this is my other favorite essence. Now, I have put this to the wayside since the Numbuzin has come in, and the same thing with the Tear. So this is a glowy rice milk toner. This is full of ceramides. This is more about barrier support and brightening the skin. I love this, and I have ordered a couple more toner essences because I am going to try the skin flooding method. I am going to use that during the day. However, if you are using a growth factor like the calcium products, I wouldn't suggest using that with the skin flooding, because if your skin is too hydrated before you put this on, like if you use one of these toners before you put this on, this may not work well. This should always go on first, but however, you can do a thin toner before you use this, and then apply this, and then perform the rest of your essences after, because the more hydration that you have on your skin before you apply this, it inhibits the growth factors from penetrating in the skin, because they are a larger molecule, and all those hydrating ingredients, the hyaluronic acid, the glycerin, the ceramides, will block your growth factors and your peptides from penetrating into the skin. So use one toner if you must, and then go in with your growth factor, and then follow through with your skin flooding. I'm going to be playing around with this, and I just did order, sorry, I am so sweaty. I think I'm gonna put up my hair really quick. So sorry guys, but that hot flash really got to me, and my back of my neck is so sweaty right now, so I have to put up my hair. And it's a really hot day here too, by the way. The air conditioning's on, but my hot flash came on, and here we are. So I love the Anua 70 Plus. I ordered the 77 toner and a couple of other toners, because I'm going to be playing around with some Korean skincare and report back to you guys, but I really want to try this skin flooding method to see how it works. Now, I do love the Tear. This is the one that is sort of the thickest one from the Numbuzin and the Anua. This is the original, and this is their milk skin toner. I do like this one. I think this is great. If you have normal to dry skin, you will love this. If you have oily skin, no, you will like the light version. And then my dry skin friends, I love the Haru Wonder Black Rice Probiotic Barrier Essence. This is thick like a serum, not as thick as the Numbuzin essence, but it's a little bit thick. This is more of a true essence versus these are toners, but you know, they call the toners, but they're really essences in some factors. And this is considered an essence to me. Same thing with the Numb Buzzin and the Anua, but this is definitely a serum essence. And I haven't used this for a little bit because it is too much for my skin right now, but in the wintertime, I will pick this back up. They have another product from this line that I want to try. I think it's a retinol that I would like to try from Haru Haru Wonder. So that may be something here in the future. And I am going to put these away because I have so many products here. It isn't even funny. And, you know, this weekend is Labor Day weekend, so there's a lot of sales going on right now. One is Prequel is having 15% off site-wide, and I love the half and half. As you can see, I have been using it. This is my daytime moisturizer. I put this on after my toner and I press it into my skin. I love what it does for my skin. This is fabulous for me as a daytime moisturizer. In the nighttime, it's a little bit too thin, and my favorite moisturizer for the evening that I have been loving is the Remedy for Moisturizing. This is the barrier repairing moisturizer for dry to normal skin. And during the day, this is too heavy, but I love this because it's a lipid-rich moisturizer, and that's what my skin needs because I am going through perimenopause. And, you know, as we're going through that change of life, our skin becomes lipid deficient, and this has been wonderful for me. I love the affordability of these moisturizers, and they are a love. One thing that I forgot to bring over is my new favorite oil cleanser, and this is kind of probably a repeat for a lot of you guys, but I have to tell you that the Heartleaf Vitamin E pore control cleansing oil from Anua. I love this so much. I'm going to repurchase this. I love how silky the formula feels. I love how it removes my makeup and my SPF. I love how it cleans my pores. This is so good. If you have large pores, you will love this. I love the way this feels on the skin. I used to love the Prequel Pre-Cleanse cleansing oil. This is my new favorite. Love. Highly recommend looking into this. Now, let's see what else. My favorite exfoliant right now is by my Sama, because I'm all about those gentle exfoliants right now. And I love this Green Rooibos Gentle Resurfacing Toner. This has lactic acid, kombucha, it has salicylic acid, it has polyhydroxy acids, and it has the green rooibos extract in this. I use this once a week and I love it because it's so gentle on my skin. Doesn't irritate it. It gives me a nice gentle exfoliation. And I love the scent of this. This has a beautiful scent of tea, and of course it's natural. It's not an added fragrance. So my Sama is having their end of summer sale, and I think that it's 25% off site-wide, but I will link this. I mean, I love all my Sama skincare products. I think they're amazing, especially the Green Rooibos AOX Hydrating Atomizer. So this is my other favorite to use with LED light therapy or when you just want some hydration throughout the day. And then I also love the Atour Definitive Lifting Toner. This is beautiful with LED light therapy. This is a serum toner that has peptides that are activated by light. And when you use this with your LED light therapy, your skin has the most beautiful glow. But this also just instantly lifts and plumps your skin. This is beautiful. Now I have the Skin Beautiful RX edition here, which the difference is that this has a special fragrance that they collaborated with Leah with. It is $10 more than the one without it, but this is my second bottle, and this bottle that I got doesn't have that fragrance. So something happened there, and I didn't, reach out to them or anything because I already had to return my definitive lip treatment. And I was just kind of over it, it's it doesn't have the fragrance, not a big deal, but I should probably send them an email to let them know. But I also had issues with the pump of this as well. It ended up breaking, and I had the pump from my backup bottle that I popped in here. So just make sure that when you get your Ettore products, make sure you check the packaging. And I probably wouldn't stock up on these because I've had the little trial sizes, my definitive lip treatment, and this have issues with dispensing the products. So just to take note of that, because I know Skin Beautiful RX is having a sale this weekend. So if you are stocking up on these, just so you know, their packaging is kind of flawed, and it shouldn't be that way for being a luxury skincare brand. Okay, but I do love this. And I was like, before I didn't think I was going to repurchase this, but when I'm finished this, I will probably repurchase this. Hopefully this will last me until Black Friday, and I will repurchase this on the Black Friday sale. I wouldn't pay full price for this. I would only purchase this when it's on sale, or use your VIP rewards. So this is a favorite, that's a favorite, this is a favorite. So for me, I think I prefer the Green Rooibos AOX Hydrating Atomizer over the serum because it's just easier to use in my skincare routine. But I do love the Maisama Green Rooibos Serum Light. That is my favorite one from the serums. You can use that under your microcurrent gel. So if you wanted to use it before microcurrent, you can use your LED light therapy with that serum and then apply your microcurrent gel on top. Same thing with this. The difference between the serum and this is going to be a lighter formula, and then also it doesn't contain niacinamide where the serums contain niacinamide. And what else? Oh, the Wise Beauty. This isn't YSC, it's pronounced Wise, and they're now currently sold at Sephora. But this is the Morning Cocktail Vitamin C Serum. This has 3 forms of vitamin C: ascorbic acid, magnesium ascorbyl phosphate, and THD. I love this vitamin C serum. I have been using it for 3 weeks now, and I love it. This is the vitamin C serum that I have been searching for that has THD in it, in sort of an emulsion format that isn't $100. This is $85, and I love the way that this feels on my skin. I haven't had any irritation from it, and my skin does look a little bit brighter from using this. Now, this has no fragrance in it whatsoever. I love the packaging. It's really weighty, but the only thing is that this is not travel friendly. It's very heavy, very weighty. It is beautiful, but not travel friendly. I love this vitamin C serum, and I would love to try more of their serums. I do have their cleanser, and the cleanser I don't really like as a first cleanse to remove my makeup, but it is nice to use as a massage medium if you're going to go in with your Jane Man Amna or your Gua Sha, and then you can just rub it in your skin and add water and cleanse it off and then go in with another cleanser. But I would only use that on clean skin, or like in the first thing in the morning. If you wanted to do your facial massage, I would put that cleanser on, which I think I put it away because it wasn't really working for me as a cleanser. I think I have it right here. Here it is. This is Take It Off Gel Oil Cleanser. Now this does have a slight fruity scent to it because it has passion fruit extract in it. But here it is. It's really, really pretty. But for me, as a first cleanse, it's just like it leaves a residue on my skin, like too much, that I have to really work my second cleanse into my skin. But as a massage medium, this is definitely beautiful. But would I repurchase this? I'm not so sure yet. I will have to keep you updated on that. But as a cleanser, I don't like it. I like it more as a massage medium, like first thing in the morning massage. And so there's that. Now for the Circadia Counter AGE Facial Serum. So this serum is gorgeous if you have glycation or you're looking to prevent glycation in the skin. This is my second bottle and I'm almost out of it, and I was tempted to Well, I'm more than halfway down, and I was tempted to order one of these for the sale. We'll see, I still might. But I love this. I put this on morning and night, and I do see that it is breaking up my glycation. So if you have glycation or you're worried about glycation, this is definitely a winner in my book. This is the first product that I've used that I've actually seen a difference to where it's actually working on my glycation. So this I would definitely recommend if you're worried about that, especially like if you spend a lot of time out in the sun. I would definitely work this into your routine along with a DNA repair enzyme. Now I think that's it for skincare. Body care. So I have been using the OneSkin OS1 Body. I've been using this for 3 weeks now, and I notice a huge difference in my skin on my arms. I'm testing this on my arms all over. The back right here, the front of my shoulder right here, and on my breast. And I notice a big difference in my skin after 3 weeks. I think my skin looks younger and fresher, and it's not as crepey. And it looks smoother, and I'm not getting those weird crepey marks right here. So this is a winner. Now, the thing with this is it's very expensive, and you have to use it. If once you stop using it, your skin's gonna go back to the way it did before. So the thing with this is it's supposed to be like a retinoid replacement, and then it also gets rid of those zombie cells in the skin, which can, cause your skin not to produce collagen and elastin. And they're just like bad cells, they say. There's other ways you can get rid of that. You don't need this specific product to do it, but it's their marketing, and I'm still kind of iffy about that because like their clinicals that they have and the science, like there's a little bit of controversy with that. But however, I'm trying the product and I'm seeing results on my body just like I did before. Now I will be curious to see what this does 3 months plus, because sometimes with these types of peptides that you see results, 3 weeks, and then after that you stop seeing results. When I used this the last time, I stopped seeing results after 1 bottle, but I will continue to use this. I want to give it probably 6 months and see where we go from there. So I will repurchase this. Now I have not used the face topical supplement, and hopefully I will do that. I'm just kind of trying to figure out where I'm going to fit that in my routine. So there's that. Now let's talk about hair, as I do have a fail for hair, and that is the K18 Heat Bounce Conditioning Heat Protectant Spray. So this is very expensive for a leave-in conditioner, but I understand it does have their proprietary repairing peptide that repairs the hair from the inside out. It's $43 for 4 ounces. Of course, I got mine at the professional beauty supply store, so I paid half that. But still, it's so expensive. And by the way, that's a secret. So this is expensive, and I would say this is great if you have really damaged hair that you're afraid to use heat tools on, if your hair is breaking, if you bleach your hair blonde and it's weak, if you use a lot of heat on your hair, that's who I would recommend this for. But for me personally, I can feel this in my hair. It doesn't make it kind of dulls out my hair. My hair is not shiny. And I feel it in my hair, and in my hair just feels kind of like blah, not bouncy or fresh or anything. But really what bothers me the most is I have no shine in my hair when I use this. Now, I didn't use this today. I used my Money Mist from Color Wow. And then I used the Astro Lift Reparative Volume Spray from K18. I love this. But this is a fail for me, and I have it. I'll just use it once in a while, I guess, or I might gift that to someone. Now, this is a favorite. I love this volumizing spray. I love the scent of this. Now, does it smell the same as this? I can't remember. I wonder if this smells the same. I think they're different. Yeah, they're different. This is kind of more of this is more of a fresh scent. This kind of has a slight gourmand scent to it. Now, when hair products come out, these hairlines, I kind of wish that they would have like an even scent range, because it's just kind of weird to put, I'm going to put this one in and then I'm going to put this one in and they smell different. I would like them to have like, the same consistent scent instead of everything being different. And I kind of wish that for the Color Wow products too, because like you have your Money Mist, but then, you have products that smell like cucumber melon and this and that. It's just kind of like a little bit, different. I don't like all these different smells from my hair products. I want them all to smell the same, like Orbe. So the Astrolift Reparative Volume Spray. I love this. I think this is a great product. I have just been really, really enjoying this. Favorite thing is I don't feel it in my hair. My hair just looks so shiny. It doesn't even look like I have a volume product in there. It just looks like my hair is naturally volume like this. Easy to use. It doesn't get sticky or hard or stiff. You don't feel it. You keep the shine in it. And it does have that same proprietary or patented peptide that repairs the hair from the inside out. This is a winner for me. I love this and I will repurchase this. Now this week I have tried the last couple weeks I have been trying the new Color Wow. This is the Instant Wow Advanced Dry Shampoo. This is hands down my new favorite dry shampoo. I love this. So on day 3, I use this in my hair and I spray it all throughout my hair, work it in, brush it through. I will say it is a little bit powdery. And when you brush it through, you do see the white powder on your brush. But however, this feels like you literally just washed your hair. Like there's no oil in my scalp. My hair looks clean, fresh. It has shine. It's not as shiny as what it would be if I didn't put this in there, but it still has shine compared to others. Very easy to use. I love the scent, and my hair, I can go another 2 days after I use this. Such a great dry shampoo. New favorite. You definitely have to try this if you're a dry shampoo fan. This is amazing. Yes, it is Insta Wow. I absolutely love it. So another thing I'm so happy about is I finally got my Attore Definitive Lip Renewal Treatment. So this came a couple weeks ago. As you guys know, I had issues with the delivery system in this and I had to exchange it. I got it and I'm so happy that this is back in my life. Now, I love this because this plumps up my lips naturally without any stinging or burning, and it does enhance my lip color. It restores my lip border, and I had been out of this for 2 months, and it's here and I'm so happy. And I always have to make sure that I love this because this is the one lip treatment product that I actually see a difference in my lips, that restores the smoothness, the volume, and my border. However, it's not instant, it is more accumulative. And I was talking to a friend of mine who has been using this for a very long time. And now she's getting people asking her in her family if she has had lip filler, and she's just using this twice a day. And it does work. You just have to be consistent with this. I apply this at least twice a day, once in the morning after I brush my teeth and once in the evening after I brush my teeth when I go to bed. And then sometimes if I'm here at home, I will apply it, maybe 1 or 2 times throughout the day. This is the best lip treatment I've ever used in the sense of plumping my lips, smoothing out the fine lines, and restoring the border, and treating other aging concerns. So this is definitely worth the splurge, and Skin Beautiful RX is having their Labor Day sale, so you can get this for 26% off. Now, I have some sort of products here for makeup wise I want to talk about that are also a favorite that I'm going to pop out. Sorry, I'm all over the place. So I have some new makeup, and first off, I'm going to start off with a makeup setting spray. So I picked up the Pat McGrath Labs Glass 101 setting spray. Now, this is being compared to the One Size Beauty Powder Melt. But however, this one is so much better, at least for my skin. What I love about this is it gives you that glass skin, but it blurs your skin too. So if you have large pores and you want that glass skin look, this is the one that I would recommend. And it does make your makeup last. And the glass effect that this gives your skin, it's not overly dewy. It just looks like healthy, glowing skin that's slightly blurred, but also super glowy. The Powder Melt by One Size Beauty made me look like a disco ball, and it really enhanced my texture. If you have dry skin, you will like the Powder Melt, but if you have normal to oily skin and you still want that glassy skin effect, the Pat McGrath Glass 101 setting spray is absolutely gorgeous. Now she is coming out with another setting spray that I would love to try too, but I have been loving this. This gives me that dewy, glowy look without it looking like oily skin, and my makeup melts off. Where the Powder Melt, it actually melts my makeup off. Now I'm gonna give you some foundation updates, but first, these Chantecaille Sheer Glow face tints are my absolute favorites for makeup primer. So we have the rose, the gold, and the bronze. So I use all three sometimes, like I did today. So all over my face, I either prefer the bronze or the gold. Today I have the gold under the Feature Skin Gel Foundation. I put the rose underneath my eyes because I am using the Future Skin Gel Foundation as my concealer. And I like this because it has a little bit of a brightening effect when you put it on under your eyes, but all over your skin, this has a brightening effect. This also is the most sort of like, I would say it has the most luminosity to it, kind of like, it's not like Tin Man, but it has the most luminosity out of these. These all have luminous properties, but this one is the one that is very noticeable on the skin. But if you have fair to light skin, this would be yours to use all over. But for those of us who are like light, medium plus, to use this all over the skin, it would be too much. It would look really, really luminous, almost like a Tin Man, so to speak. But if you have a dark foundation and you want to kind of like brighten it up, this works really well for me. Like sometimes when I wear the Future Skin Gel Foundation in nude, I am actually wearing that today, but I have the gold Sheer Glow face tint on underneath. This brightens that up a little bit more for me, but my perfect one for all over my skin is actually the gold. This just gives me this really nice luminous glow to my skin. It gives the skin this soft, focused look. Like everything looks smooth. Your makeup looks gorgeous underneath. And these are like a gel cream, so they're hydrating, not moisturizing, so they add a little bit more hydration to the skin. Now, if I want my foundation to look darker, I'll put the bronze one all over my skin, but today I have the bronze on my neck and my chest, and sometimes I like to wear the gold on my neck and my chest because it gives everything this soft, focus look to the skin, and it's absolutely gorgeous. So these have become my new favorite makeup primers. I love to wear these alone on the top of my sunscreen because, like I said, they just give my skin a hint of glow, and they also give it that soft focus look, except for the rose is a little bit too much for me to wear on its own because it is, for my skin, it gives me sort of that Tin Man effect. Now, I wanted to give you an update on the Chantecaille Future Skin Cushion Foundation. I have the shade Vanilla, and I have been applying it with the included puff. This is how I switched to using it, which reminds me I have to wash this. So this has been my foundation for the last 2 weeks, except for today. And I did try another complexion product from Chantecaille. And I have to tell you, I love this foundation. I love this cushion foundation. I think it is beautiful. It has a little bit more coverage than the Future Skin Gel Foundation. Now, out of the two, the Future Skin Gel Foundation is my absolute favorite foundation. And out of my complexion, this is my favorite foundation. I love this because it just melts into your skin. It becomes one with your skin, and it doesn't look like you have makeup on. It just looks like your skin, but better. Such a beautiful foundation. Highly recommend this. And what I love about their foundations is they are not scented. Where the Sheer Glows are, they have like a rose scent to them. So, and it's very prominent. So if you're sensitive to scents, you won't like this. However, I do not have any issues with this. So these are my two favorite foundations right now. I love them both. And the Future Skin Cushion Foundation does come with a refill. So it is a pretty steep price tag, but if you want to try it, I would wait until Black Friday. Don't pay full price for this. Wait until it's on sale. The Future Skin Gel Foundation, I would pay full price. That's how much I love it. But this is very, very pricey. Now, I do not think it's worth the price, but however, if you can get it on sale, if it was 30%, it would be ideal, but more than likely it'll be 25% off. So it'll take it down to about $100 versus $146. But definitely a very beautiful foundation. And I will say the packaging is cute, but when I am paying this kind of money for a foundation, I would expect it to be a little bit more luxurious because this is way more money than this. However, the money towards this does go to a special cause, but still, like, you're paying a lot of money for this, and it does feel kind of cheap, just so you know. This is weighty and it's beautiful. However, the packaging isn't ideal because it is a jar foundation, and I use a spatula to take it out. And it's just become, I've become accustomed to it, but it's what it is because I love that foundation so much. Now, I have tried their Just Skin. This is their tinted moisturizer with the SPF of 15. That is a mineral SPF 15 of titanium dioxide. And this I have in the shade Vanilla. I have this in the shade Vanilla. I have the Future Skin Gel Foundation in Vanilla and Nude. And today I'm wearing Nude all over with the gold Sheer Glow face tint. And then I put the Rose Sheer Glow face tint underneath my eyes. And I used Vanilla as my concealer. This is a little bit dark for me, but this I'm not so sure about. I'm going to have to test this, but this is a product that I think is going to be a miss for me, by the way, and it's pretty expensive for what it is. So I'm going to play around with this and I will give you guys an update, but as my first two applications of this, I didn't really like the way that this looked on my skin. It looked like I had makeup on my skin and it seemed a little bit drying. So I don't think this is going to be a hit. Thank goodness I got it on sale. Now let's talk about a couple of other favorite products. So what I have been gravitating towards for my eye makeup, especially the last 3 weeks, is my Prada Hollow Nudes palette in Pansy. This has become my favorite palette. I've put a pretty good dent in it, and it's what I'm wearing today. It's easy, and I love the way this looks on my eyes. It's so pretty, and it pretty much goes with everything for me. So this is a favorite. So Sephora sale is coming up at the end of October, so I would definitely recommend putting this on your list because it has been my go-to palette for the last 3 weeks. I cannot put this palette down. I love it so much, and I wish you could see the dent that I put in there. So let me give you an update on the Tilt products. So for the mascara, I like the formula, and on the days where my eyes are puffy from allergies, especially underneath my eyes, it does smudge here and up above my eyes from my eyelashes hitting my brow bone. This is a nice formula. It's very nourishing. I love the packaging of this. However, my deal is I don't like the wand. So the applicator is really long and it's short. I love longer wands. Like my favorite wand is from, the Colfi. I love this because this is a little bit longer, and for me that works because I like to hold mine out versus close. I feel like I have more control versus something that is short like this. Formula is great. It does wear very nicely. It lifts and curls the lashes. It does have peptides in it to help nourish and keep your lashes healthy so they can grow longer and stronger. And then the lip balm. So like the concept of the case, the lip balm is just okay. And would I repurchase it? No. This isn't like anything that is enticing for me to repurchase. It's just the lure is about the packaging and how it's got the easy magnetic closure for those of us who don't have a lot of strength in our hands, and that it's easy to grip, okay? But the formula is just very, very basic and not for me. Now, I have a couple of new items that I picked up, but first, I'll give you an update. Soshi Bouncy Blur Blush in Speakeasy. I love this blush formula. It is so beautiful. It lasts all day. It's very easy to apply. It's blurring and it's not like this looks like a matte, but it still has like this sort of natural skin finish. And it does make your cheeks look really plump and juicy. I have to pick up another shade of this. And what I love about this too is that the compact is refillable. And then their lip liner. I do love their lip liner. This color, I think I should have gotten a different color because I have Desert Rose. And Desert Rose is kind of a little bit, it is a nude pink, but it's kind of, on me, it looks a little, has like a bit of an orange hue to it versus it being more pink. But I do love the formula and I do think it is beautiful and I love how it lasts. So for me, I probably should have chose a different color, but I do like the formula, just not this color for me. Now for new makeup products, I have two of the Charlotte Tilbury Healthy Glow, Unreal Blush Healthy Glow sticks. Now, you guys have seen Pretty Glow, which is that lavender or that pink lilac shade, okay? And I love this color and I think it's really, really pretty. And then I have Peachy Nude, which I am wearing today. Now, when I tried Peachy Nude on my hand at the store, I didn't like it. But however, a bunch of creators on here were saying how much they love this. So I went and picked it up and guess what? I love it. I love both of these colors. I think that this is a really beautiful cream blush formula. It is pigmented, but you can put it on lightly. You can control it. I would just say don't apply it directly to the skin. I like to dab my brush into it first and apply it to the skin. And when I do that, it's less glowy on the skin too, because if you apply this directly to the skin and work it in, you can get too much and then it becomes a little bit too much of the glow. But this is nice because it's not balmy. It gives you your cheeks this healthy glow. And this is my makeup from 8 hours, by the way. I've had this makeup on for 8 hours. Can you believe that? It still looks gorgeous. I haven't touched up anything whatsoever. But these are really, really beautiful on the skin. I love them. I just wish that they would come out with some different colors, like some more nudes and neutrals versus these bright popping shades. And these are really pretty and I'm so happy that I picked them up and I love both of them. And I do still love my Dior blush sticks. I love them both. They're both different formulas. I would say if you have drier skin, you would really love these Dior Rosy Glow blush sticks. They are different formulas. These are more balmy and they're not as pigmented. They're more a buildable formula, but I love both. These are more pigmented and they have more of that like sheen to the skin versus these have more of that balmy glow. Now, for new products that I picked up that I have been loving, I picked up the new YSL blush in Hot Mauve, which is number 23, and I love this shade. I think it is so beautiful. Let me know if you guys want me to create a look with this, but I love it. If you love Rose Haze, which is my other favorite, you will love Hot Mauve. Now, they do sort of look, the same, except for you can tell this one has more of a, this is a taupey pink, and I would say this is a taupey peach, but they're both beautiful. I could wear them. They look light, but they do pack some color, just so you know. Don't let the color in the pan fool you, because they are pigmented. Love that color. It's so beautiful. Now, I did pick up a new highlighter. I was at Sephora and I saw that they had the YSL highlighters, and I picked up the shade. It's number 69, which I think is called Lavender Crush. And here it is. It is so beautiful. Like, the camera doesn't do it justice. This is a beautiful highlighter. It has a lavender hue to it, which is so gorgeous. I love it. And I do like this highlighter formula. It's a little bit, it's not translucent, but it still looks really beautiful on the skin. Where the Dior highlighters, they look, the halo and the strobes, they look like one with the skin. This one, if you are heavy-handed with it, you will see it looks more opaque on the skin, but this is a beautiful color. I love it. And I've seen like mixed reviews on the YSL highlighters, but this color in Lavender Crush, number 69, absolutely gorgeous. I love it. So I swatched it on my hand in Sephora. I fell in love and I had to pick it up. Now, I did pick up the new Dior. This is their Forever Nude Matte Filter setting powder, and I picked up the shade O2 Light. Here's the packaging. It's similar to their bronzers and their highlighters, except for this is white. And in the inside, I'm going to show you the powder. And I really like this setting powder. It is a matte, but it's not a flat matte. It's a natural skin finish matte. It looks beautiful on the skin. This does have a fragrance in it. It smells just like the highlighters, and yeah, the highlighters, not the bronzer. The bronzer has more of like a jasmine scent to this. This smells like the foundation. So it's not that strong like their foundations, but it's in there, and I wish they would stop putting the fragrance in it. But I love this powder. I think it is beautiful on the skin. It's not quite like matte, and it has a little bit of blurring in it, but not really. Now, do I think it's worth the price tag? No, because you get so little product in here. Look at how thin it is. But however, when I do apply this, I only apply it once and it lasts me all day. And I just got this, so I have been testing it out. But as a first impression, I really do like it. I just hope it doesn't get hard pan, because there is hyaluronic acid in here. Similar ingredients to the bronzer, and my bronzer did hard pan, and I had to go in there with an eyebrow brush spoolie and scrape it off. And that's the one thing about these bronzers that I don't like because of the formula, is that they can hard pan, and I'm kind of worried about that with this powder. So Macy's had 15% off, and that's when I picked this up, and I also picked up the YSL blush. So love those. Those are gorgeous. Now, I did get some new PR that I'm going to share with you guys, but not in this video because it's already going to be an hour long. I'm trying a new mascara. I've used Tower 28 mascara before in the past, and I really, really liked it. And I have had this mascara on my lashes for 8 hours, and it's doing really well. I'm not getting any smudging or anything like that. But I love their mascara, but I had to try this right away because it is a brown mascara. And I have been searching for a brown tubing mascara, and the only companies that have one right now is like Tarte, which I don't support Tarte. I don't care for Tarte Beauty. They do some really shady things, and I don't know, they're always coming out with new products. Like they have, I think, the most makeup products out of any company, but I don't like their CEO and how she goes about things. So I don't support Tarte Beauty. So Tower 28 sent me a really nice, generous PR box, and they sent me their 2 mascaras, one in brown and black. And I had to try this right away to see if I would really like brown mascara, because tubing mascara, the other one is Hourglass, and I don't like that formula that they came out with the brown mascara. I wanted something that was more, you know, volumizing instead of lengthening. So I've been trying this and I really, really like it. Now, I love brown mascara. I always go for black, but I think since I'm maturing, I think the brown looks better on me and less harsh as a mature woman. So I have been loving this formula. It's not smudging. And I remember I loved this in the past before. And then I was venturing out and trying other things, and then I was going through issues of my mascara like smudging and stuff, so I switched to the tubing mascara. And I wish Colfi and Cali Ray would come out with their formulas in brown, because Colfi still remains my favorite mascara, but I do love this Tower 28 mascara too. It is a great mascara. So I will talk more about that. And then I did pick up one of the new Makeup by Mario. What is this called again? This is called the Master Mattes Long Wear Cream Shadow, and I picked up the shade Bisque because I was thinking that this would make a good eyeshadow primer. So I have been using the MAC Paint Pots, or Paint Pot and Painter Lily, and then sometimes I use my House Labs concealer. The MAC Paint Pot dries out my eyes, and it doesn't look smooth. I noticed that it really makes my eyes look textured. And then sometimes the House Labs can get a little creasy depending on the eyeshadow formula, even though I set it. So I was gonna try this. I tried it today, and oh my gosh. I just had to mention this because it really enhanced my eyeshadow, and I didn't have to powder down before I put on my eyeshadow. I just put this down, let it dry, and then I went in with my Prada eyeshadow, and it looks smoother and more, the colors are popping more. And I don't usually get creasing with the Prada eyeshadow unless I'm using the House Labs concealer, but it just looks as fresh as what I applied it before. Now, I don't know about getting any other colors of this because I'm not really a cream eyeshadow fan, but I will tell you that when I applied this to my eyes, it was so smooth, and it smoothed out the texture of my lids so beautifully that I really, really like the way it looks. So this is probably gonna be a winner. So I just wanted to say, or put that out here. Excuse me. So as I'm talking so much, like I start to get like congested and everything, and then our air conditioner just went on. So I think that is it for this video. Thank you so much for being here. Don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up, and I hope to be back very, very soon. I did put up a community post that my work schedule is changing, and soon I am going to be working Saturdays. I'm gonna have to work 2 Saturdays a month, and I don't know what that's going to mean here, because on those weeks that I do work Saturdays, I will be working 6 days a week. But, you know, that's the way it goes. So we will work around that, hopefully, and I will be back to share with you my PR haul and some recent purchases that I picked up from some Korean beauty skincare to practice skin flooding. And I will see you guys in the next one. I hope you're enjoying your weekend, and I am sending you all so much love and light. Mwah, mwah, mwah. Bye.